Huseynov, and we're talking about markets. So I will start talking about gold. This is gold on a weekly chart. That means that every little bar is 1 week, and it covers roughly a period between 1988 all the way to the current time in 2016. As you can see, gold has rallied quite a little bit, from about $255 per barrel all the way to $1,920 per barrel, and that happened on the 6th of September 2011. Since then, the gold fell from $1,900 to $1,046, and that was very recent, roughly in the beginning of this year, end of last year. So that was 7th of December 2015. From December 2015, gold has rallied about 25% to $1,306. So it rallied from $1,046 to $1,306. That's about $260, representing about 25%. Now, what do I think will happen in the short term, medium term, and long term? So it's very clear, it's very important to consider any asset class on these three time frames: short term, medium term, and long term. In the short term, we're now going to zoom in, so this area will become much larger. There you go. So now we have gold in front of us from 2014 until now, 2016. And you see the previous extremes of $1,047 and $1,306. This ascent in gold is quite nice and bullish, and it suggests that gold may go further up in the medium term. In the short term, I believe that gold will likely rise from roughly current levels to probably about 1350 or 1375 in the next couple of months. Now, when I draw a box, I indicate that that's roughly where I expect prices to end up within this time frame. So from here until there, it's about the 22nd of June, end of June, and from between 1,350 to 1,275. And to be even more specific, let's imagine that the line will go something like this. From then on, I believe that it is very, 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 very highly likely that gold will in fact fall. In the medium term, therefore, I expect gold to fall from where it will eventually peak, between 1350 and 1275, and I expect it to be falling for several months, probably as long as 7-8 months, possibly all the way into early next year. I expect gold to fall to about 1150, maybe even lower, all the way into early next year. It will probably fall something like this in two very big legs. There will be first big decline, then there will be some sort of a rally, and then there will be another big decline. Provided that gold doesn't fall below the levels of late 2015 over here, 1047, and in fact provided that it stays roughly between 1125 to 1175, I think that gold then will rally quite a bit higher. So through most of 2017, I expect gold to rally possibly as high as 1,600 again. And it will probably do it something like that, like this, like that, like that, and like that. So this is my forecast for gold going all the way to 1.5 years. Obviously, the longer term forecasts are I'm a lot less confident about them than the shorter term. In the short term, I really expect gold to rise a little bit and then to begin falling through most of the rest of this year. So my trading strategy will be to start selling gold around 1350 and then buy it back around 1150. This goes very well also with the dollar. So now let's look at the dollar. Excuse me. So now let's look at the dollar. So this is a weekly chart of the dollar index. Dollar index is composed of various currencies. Mostly it's the euro, then Japanese yen, then sterling, Canadian dollar, Mexican peso, and others. So you can see the dollar has strengthened quite a little bit between May of 2014 and March of 2015. It has rallied about 20%. That was a very, very big rally. And since March 2015, it has been in about a 10% range, very, very narrow range over here. So what I expect will happen now is that dollar is bottoming around current levels. It may fall a little bit further, but perhaps it has already bottomed, and the dollar will now rise. It will rise probably for several months, for 3-4 months, all the way possibly to 110. So I expect dollar to strengthen by about 15%. That's quite a big strength in the dollar, something like that. What that means for the euro, that